Welcome back, everyone. Phil with Vigor Training. This week in our 50-state qualification series, we're up in Massachusetts. Okay, we're going to be giving the Massachusetts Duty Handgun Qualification course a run for its money. So it's a 50-round course of fire, and we're getting ready to rock and roll here in Massachusetts. Let's give it a try. All right, guys, you can see I got the clipboard back out, and you know what that means. Massachusetts has a very specific course of fire. Unlike last week in Connecticut, where that was open-ended and you made up your own course of fire based on some broad parameters in the state, Massachusetts controls you down to what you say, what you do, how many rounds, everything is controlled. So I'm going to go verbatim on Massachusetts course of fire here. And again, this is a total of 50 rounds. This is their MPTC Handgun Qualification course. This is effective date or revised in 2013. All right, so coming up on almost a 10-year-old course of fire. But here we go. Unlike most courses of fire, we're not starting at the 25. We're starting at the 15-yard line and no cover. Shooter's going to start with two 5-round magazines. All right. Shooters will fire the first magazine of 5 rounds, perform a magazine change. Performing that magazine change, shooters will communicate, and then they detail the cover, covering, ready, and okay between partners. I'm only going to be able to do half. All right, you guys are going to have to give me my range commands. Not a big fan of commands of this type. 5, reload 5. All right, cover and ready. Got to remember that. Super important. Cover! Ready! I don't have to take a knee. Even with commentary, I'm at a 21.65. I just got done with that stage 1 there. That was that 5, reload 5. Now, something interesting Massachusetts does is they require you to check number of hits and have a specific percentage of hits at each yard line. So essentially, each stage has a qualifier and then an overall qualifying score. So you need to have, get ready for this, 4 out of 10 hits at the 15-yard line there to qualify for that stage to move on. I'm 10 for 10, so I think we're good to go. Okay, so moving on to the next, we're now going to be shooting from 10 yards, but we start back here at 15. All right, we're going to start. This is going to be turn and movement. So this is going to be incorporating both a turning movement and a move then shoot, 15 to 5. We're going to be starting facing left. I'm going to turn, run to the 10-yard line, and I'm going to fire 2 rounds in 4 seconds. Then I'm going to come back to the 15. I'm going to be facing to the right. I'm going to turn, run to the 10, and fire 3 rounds in 5 seconds. Come back to the 15, face up range, turn, run to the 10, and fire 5 rounds in 7 seconds. So I go 2, 3, 5 rounds, 4, 5, 7 seconds. All right, not sure why left and right have different times, but I guess we're about to find out. So this is a move then shoot. I go 2 rounds, 3 rounds, then 5 rounds. So facing left first. All right, let's give it a try. All right, so I'm facing to my left. Going to be moving up to the 10, firing these rounds. Okay, here we go. I have 4 seconds to do this. 2 rounds. Okay, 3.13, got that. Back to the 15. Now we're facing to the right. Now I'm going to be firing 3 rounds, and I have an extra second for this. Now I have 5 seconds. Three, 5, 1. Those are both going to be spicy on the double half. Now facing up range. Facing up range to make sure I got some ammo. Oh, that would have been bad. All right, let's do it right, guys. All right, facing up range, I'm going to turn. I get 7 seconds to go fire 5 rounds. Here we go. All right, 4.67. Those are going to be spicy double half. Okay, just like before, we had that in-section qualification. I need to have 8 out of 10 rounds in that last block. I was 10 for 10 again, so we're good to go. Moving on now, we're up to the 7-yard line. Okay, we're going to be firing a couple drills from here. We're actually starting off, going to be starting back at the 15, doing a movement drill, and we're firing 2 rounds on the move with no time limit. Then here at the 7, we're going to be firing 4 rounds in 5 seconds from cover. All right, then we're going to be firing 2 rounds strong hand, no time limit, then 2 rounds support hand, no time limit, for a total of 10 rounds. Again, we need at least 80% in this block. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, this is 4 rounds from cover in 5 seconds. Here we go. .15. Now we have 2 untimed stages, 2 rounds strong hand only, 2 rounds support hand only, no time limit. Here we go. We got that. We're good to go. All right, just like before, like I said, this is an 80% qual. I'm 10 for 10 again. All right. Alrighty, we moved up now to the 5-yard line. This is going to be another 10-round block. Okay, another 10-round block. First is movement to the left, transition to deadly force, fire 2 rounds. It says time is indicated, but interestingly, they don't give a time. I have no idea. There's no time limits given here. So I have nothing to go off of. I have no clue. Okay, so it's going to be movement left, transition to deadly force, fire 2. Then movement right, fire 2. Then movement left, fire 2. Then movement right, fire 4. Okay. All of these rounds have to be in 100% hits, but again, there's no time limit. It also doesn't say if I'm supposed to continue to move or if I'm just supposed to make a short movement. I'm going to guess short movement. It specified shooting on the move before, so I'm going to guess this is probably a short movement. Left to 2, then right to 2, left to 2, then right to 4. Transitioning from an alternate force, okay? So I'm going to use an empty magazine just because I don't have anything else there. I don't have a baton, maybe a blade or something. That's deadly force. So that's what I'm going to transition. Just that they want you to have an object in your support hand. Transition and go to it. All right, so here we go. We're going to give this a shot. Again, really no time limit. I'll give you the times anyway. We'll see what we do. .172. .159. Back to the left. Oh, and a reload. .374. Now back right one more time for 4 rounds. .222. All right, now the final stage in the MPTC qualification, another 10-round block. This is 3 yards in. I'm going to shoot it right at about 3 yards. 3 yards in. This is CQB with distraction technique. Massachusetts, I have no idea what a distraction technique is supposed to be. Jazz hands, and I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what a distraction technique is. Throwing something at them, striking. I'm not sure what a CQB with distraction technique is. You guys are going to have to, next time I'm up there, mass guys, you're going to have to explain to me what exactly that is. All right. This is going to be a series of moving draws or short movements from the holster. All right, we're going to go right while drawing, fire 2 rounds in 3 seconds. Everything's going to be from 3 seconds. We're going right for 2, left for 2, back for 2, and then back into the right, and then back into the left. Okay, JFK style. All right, so left, right, back into the left, back into the right. 2 rounds each time 3 seconds from the holster for a total of 10 rounds. All right, so we're going to just run this as one flow here. 2 rounds per, 3 seconds per. We'll give it a shot. Again, I'm about the 3-yard line. .121. .118. .115. .126. And finally, .133. All right, guys, let's take a look at the score. I already know the score. Pretty simple. Okay, so 50 rounds. And there we are. They got to be inside the cue bottle. We're inside the scoring rings. All right, so we're good to go. 100%. Cover. Ready. Both those were overtime. I only had 2 seconds for that. That's 2 shots overtime. That's 2 off the board. We'll go up and take a look. I was 10 for 10 in the first one. Not sure where those are, so we'll mark them in a second. But they were both overtime. All right, here we go. 2.5 seconds this time. Oh, 2.49. They're in time, but whoo! Who knows where those shots went. All right, here we go. Now 180. Now I get 3.5 seconds. Okay, this should be the easiest of all. One shot overtime there. So I had 1 overtime shot. And yeah, it looks like I gotta take a hit off the board. 1 overtime shot. All right, so I'm at 3 total overtime so far. Okay. One, 2, 8. One, 2, 9. One, 2, 6. One, 2, 4. 1, 2, 1. All right, guys, so we scored it up here. As you can see, 45 out of 50. I'm a 90% on the double half for the MPTC Handgun Qualification Course of Fire. What ended up happening was I had a total of 3 rounds overtime, but 2 of those, these 2 shots here, I walked up and scored in between stages. 2 of those were already misses, so it didn't cost me any extra. One of them was a hit I had to take off the board. All right, and then I had these other 2 that squirreled away on me outside in the gray. I actually only airballed 1 off the larger overall gray silhouette. However, that being stated, all right, scored up here, we're a 45 out of 50, a 90%. So guys, as we go ahead and rate the MPTC Course of Fire, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, difficulty, 90% score means all I can give you is 1. So you're a 1 out of 5 on difficulty. Not a super difficult Course of Fire. If it weren't for that move then shoot drill at the 30-yard line in the double half, at the 15-yard line in the standard, this course would be an absolute breeze. I'm pretty sure I would have shot this maybe 47, 48. Most of these misses were, I had nothing once I got inside of the first 2 drills, okay? So, and I had all of my shots, all 10 hits up there. So my misses were primarily on that drill just because the times were really, really fast. So guys, difficulty 1 out of 5. Now let's talk relevance. Relevance in this Course of Fire, I tell you what, this course does a lot of things right, okay? And It's a pretty good course of fire. I like it. It's challenging in some sections and then super easy in others. That one stage is challenging, the rest are easy. But it's a good general overall test of your marksmanship capabilities, your gun handling capabilities. We have strong hand, support hand. Now, one thing I am going to knock on this, though, and drop the score a little bit. There is just about nothing from ready, okay? Very, very limited amount of fire from ready in this course of fire. Really just the support hand only where we go from ready. So relevance, guys, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Okay, 3 out of 5 for relevance. Now, shootability, okay? Shootability, I'm also going to give a 3 out of 5. This is a middle-of-the-road course. There are some parts of it that are complex. There are parts that are fairly simple, okay? It kind of is all over the place in that regard. So 3 out of 5 there as well, okay? Now, finally, on to administration. So if I'm a firearms instructor running this course of fire, and remember, this is my first exposure. If you run any course of fire, you can learn it like the back of your hand. It becomes second nature and becomes simple. And if you have officers that shoot that course of fire repeatedly, they know it as well, and it's much, much easier to administer. I get that. I take the viewpoint of an outsider coming in and looking at a course of fire like this, okay? Now, the scoring is very simplified. Q targets, most times you have a qualification course that utilizes an in-out Q bottle or TQ target of some type or anything at all. If it's a simple in-out scoring is always very easy. It's a single target score. It's 50 rounds. It's broken into 5 10-round blocks. That's relatively easy to manage. Some of the specificity is a little bit cumbersome, and it's very detailed and very wordy. So when it comes to administration of this, I'm also going to give it a 3. All right. So for you guys scoring at home, Massachusetts, you just rolled in with a 10 out of 20 on your qual score. All right, 10 out of 20 is the points you got. So far, guys, that's about middle of the pack. So 10 out of 20 is Massachusetts score. Biggest knock is your difficulty. It's a simple course of fire. All right, when I get 90%, your double half, it's pretty easy. Okay, guys, if you like this video, go ahead, like, share, comment. Check us out on social media, Vigor Training. We're on Facebook, Instagram, also obviously here on YouTube as well. And guys, stay tuned. Next week, we're going south just a little bit, down to the state of Maryland.